Okay, we're gonna make another little modification on this, and I'll just go ahead and tell you right out what I got. I got a larger diameter sprocket here for the jack shaft. This is a 24 tooth. I went back to Tractor Supply and I got a new hub, got a new sprocket. The new sprocket is 32 teeth. And the reason I'm trying to chase down a problem, and I'll show you real quick what I'm talking about. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but basically it jerks. It's real violent, and I know it's the clutch that's doing that. So what I'm thinking is if I gear it down even more, it might be a little less violent. And so anyway, that's what we're gonna try. All right, and here's the other parts that I got. Like I said, I got a larger sprocket. This one is it's still a number 40, of course, but it is 32 teeth. I bought another hub because I welded the other sprocket to the other hub, which is what you're supposed to do. And then, of course, I got another got a box of a number 40 roller chain. Unfortunately, I'm not out in Comanche County, and I can't. At least in Dallas, I don't know of a place where I can buy the roller chain by the foot. So I guess I'm just gonna have a lot left over, and I guess I'll just make a box of like go-kart mini bike parts, and if I get the itch to make stuff like this again later on, then I'll already have a bunch of parts. But anyway, I made this point last time, which was to take this hub and this sprocket. Like I said, this is called a weld-a-sprocket. They fit together like that, and then you weld it in, just like the last one. Well, I mentioned it in the last video that you can pull these out so that they have a flush mating surface, and you got plenty of meat here on your hub to drill and tap holes into the hub, and then drill some holes into your sprocket, and then you make another plate, like a flange plate, that you would then bolt the sprocket to the hub. And that would save you money. If you wanted to do sprocket changes, then all you need to do is buy one hub, and these are like 12 bucks a piece, so it'll save you some money, and then you just go and buy new sprockets. So kind of wishing I'd done that before, then I wouldn't have had to buy this second hub, and in fact I had to go to two Tractor Supply stores. I got the sprocket and the chain at one, but they were out of the hub, so I had to go another 20 miles, little town just outside of Dallas called Terrell, to the Tractor Supply store there to get this hub. So I do recommend, if you're going to be making sprocket changes, to manufacture this so that this sprocket bolts to this hub. But for this one, I'm going to weld it, just like I did the last one. So anyway, I'll get going on that. Alright, so I've decided to take my own advice, and I am going to make this hub sort of a universal fit. So what I'm doing is I'm going to drill 3 holes. I've already started on one, and I've got a little mark right there, a little center punch, and right there I'm going to put 3 holes into this hub. And just a couple things you need to be aware of is where your keyway is. And where your keyway is, you will have a set screw just above your keyway, and off 90 degrees, it's right here, is another set screw, and that attaches the hub, or secures the hub to the shaft, and then this set screw presses down on the keyway, on the key, to hold that in place. So I'm going to drill 3 holes, and then I'm going to tap these out to 5/16 coarse thread, so it's 18 threads per inch. And make a little adapter, and then drill holes in the sprocket, and make this sort of universal, because I am kind of sick of having to go buy these, especially since I had to drive an extra 40 miles round trip just to get this hub. So I'm not going to weld the sprocket to this hub. I'm going to bolt it. All right, here's the hub so far. I got it. The pilot hole's drilled out with an 1/8 inch bit, and I'm sure you can tell by here the holes are not symmetrically placed. You know, I didn't really measure out. I just kind of eyeballed it, and I got one little spot right there where I started drilling, but I didn't like that placement, so I moved it over just a tad. So anyway, I'm ready to come in here. One size larger drill bit, drill them out a little bit more, and then the final drill bit size for a 5/16 coarse thread tap. The final size is this drill bit right here, which is a 17/64. So I'll come in here and we'll go with the next size up. We'll drill out those 3 holes and then come in here with our final drill size, drill them out, and then we'll be ready to tap it. All right, and here we got the hub all drilled out to the 17/64 drill size that we needed. And I just wanted to reiterate a few points here. When you're marking your holes, make sure you look out for your set screw holes. They do go all the way through to the inside of the hub, so watch out for those. Make sure you put a hole, you know, in between, or you know, just not right on top, so that you drill into that set screw hole. They need to go, you know, in between like this one did. You can do 2, 3, or 4 holes. I mean, 3 holes seem to work best for this, considering we do have the 2 set screw holes right there. So anyway, I'll go and chuck this up in the bench vise, and then we'll start tapping out these holes.